श्रीकांत, परभाषा, सादिक अहमद खान. Yes.
Good morning,
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, children. ముఖ్యంగా మన అదృష్టవశాత్తు.
Good morning, sir.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ మాము. ఇది మన పిల్లలు ఇంకా వస్తే హ్యాపీగా ఫీల్ అవుతాను. చూద్దాం ఇంకొక 1 minute అట్లా చూద్దాం. యూట్యూబ్లో లింకులు పెట్టినా చూస్తారా? హలో.
Yes, sir.
చూడండి, మీకు బాగా క్లియర్గా అర్థమవుతుంది. ఏమి ఆ మెథడ్ ఒక్కసారి మీకు అర్థమైంది అనుకోండి, ఎటువంటి ప్రాబ్లం అయినా మీరు సాల్వ్ చేయగలుగుతారు.
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. I'll start the today's class. So we are in the concept unbalanced transportation problem. We are in the concept unbalanced transportation problem. So how many methods are there to find out the initial basic feasible solution of a transportation problem? There are 3 methods, right? One is northwest corner rule. The second one is matrix minima method. The third one is Vogel's approximation method, as we have discussed in previous classes. So in the previous class, that is previous week, how solved the unbalanced transportation problem using northwest corner rule. And this week, that is in today's class, let us solve this unbalanced transportation problem using matrix minima method, right? Matrix minima method, right? Now let us go into the problem. Matrix minima method, we are using this method to solve this unbalanced transportation problem. As we know that in transportation problem, we find destinations, origins, demands, and supplies. So the values which are in between these star marks are all cost matrix cells. Cost matrix cells, right? So now let us start the solution for this question. Solve the transportation problem. Now let us add all the supplies. 200 plus 300 plus 500. Sum of all supplies or availabilities means the same. That is summation AI. What is 200 plus 300 plus 500? It is 1000, right? So now let us all add all the requirements. Requirements or demands, both refer the same. 300 plus 200 plus 400 is 900, right? Are they both equal? No, they are not equal. Therefore we have written the conclusion as sum of availabilities is not equal to sum of requirements, right? Therefore this kind of transportation problem is unbalanced transportation problem, right? So let us see which value is less and which value is more. That is, the requirement is 900, it is 100 less than the availability. That is what we have written here. That is, the demand or the requirement is 100 less than the supply or availability. Now, so what we have to do? We should introduce a dummy, means a duplicate demand, that is a column cell, that is D4 in the main transportation problem with all unit costs, as zeros and with demand 100 in D4 column. So let us see the new transportation problem, which is after introducing D4 demand with all unit costs as zeros and 100 as demand, right? Now let us see the transportation problem. It is the new transportation problem, right? It is the new transportation problem. Now it is a new transportation problem with a new column D4 with all unit costs zeros. See here in this column 0, 0 and 0 with demand 100. With demand 100, right? So now let us add all the supplies. So 200 plus 300 plus 500 is 1000. 200 plus 300 plus 500 is 1000, right? Here we can mark it as 1000, right? And here also, if we add all these 300 plus 200 plus 400 plus 100, it is 1000 again. It is 1000. So sum of supplies is equal to sum of demands. Therefore, that is what we have written here. That is what we have written here in the above table. Sum of availabilities is equal to 200 plus 300 plus 500 is equal to 1000. Sum of requirements is equal to summation Bj is equal to 300 plus 200 plus 400 plus 100 is equal to 1000. Therefore, sum of availabilities is equal to sum of requirements is equal to 1000. Therefore, given transportation problem is balanced. Now we start allocating in above table. That is in this table itself. We have to start allocating using matrix minima method. Using the matrix minima method, right? Let us start allocating in this new transportation problem using matrix, right? See here, matrix minima method, right? Minima method, right? So as per this method, in the cost cells, we have to select the most minimum cost, right? See the cost cells, that is the cost matrix is in between these 4 star marks, right? That is 30, 50, 15, 0, 35, 70, 25, 0. And in the third row, it is 20, 45, 60, 0. Among all these costs, 0 is the least cost. That is how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3. In 3 column, in 3 rows, and in the fourth column, we find 3 zeros. That is, 0 is the least cost cell. And that is, how many zeros are there? 3 zeros are there. So now, let us select any one of zeros from these 3 zeros. I will select this 0. That is, the 0 which is present in first row and fourth column cell. First row and fourth column cell, this cell, right? So corresponding to this 0, what is the demand? 100 is the demand and the supply is 200. So therefore, the least value is 100. Therefore, I strike off 100 and allocate 100 in this least cost cell 0. In this least cost cell 0. Now, so now after allocating, I will take out 100 from this 200. Then we will be left with 100 supply. And here, after allocating 100 in this demand, we are left with 0. So now we will strike off the column. Now we will strike off the column. Why? Because for this column D4, demand has become 0. Now the leftover cost matrix is 30, 50, 15, 35, 70, 25, 20, 45, 60. That is, from all these 9 costs, the least cost is 20. The least cost is 20, and corresponding to this least cost 20, the demand is 300 and the supply is 500. Therefore, we have to allocate the least value, that is 300. Now, if we allocate 300, this 300 becomes 0 and 300 should be allocated in this cell. 300 should be allocated in this cell, right? Now, allocation means we have to put it in a box. Now, after allocating, we have to strike off 300 from 500. We are left with 200. We are left with 200 as supply. Now, so we have got 0 according to this first column. That is, the demand of first column has become 0. Therefore, we will strike off the first column. And now, the leftover cost matrix is 50, 15, 70, 25, 45, 60. 45, 60. Therefore, among all these 6 costs, the least cost is 15, 15, right? So, corresponding to this 15, demand is 400, right? And the supply is 100. So, the least value is 100. We allocate 100, right, to this least cost cell to this least cost cell and make this 100 0 and make this 100 0. And now we strike off 100 from 400. We will be left with 300. We will be left with 300, right? So now let us strike off the first row as it is made 0. It means the supply is made 0. And now we strike off the first row as the supply is made 0. And now the leftover cost matrix is 70, 25, 45, 60. Of these 4 unit costs, 25 is least cost. So corresponding to this 25, the supply is 300 and demand is also 300. So it is a peculiar case in which we have got both supply and demand same while allocating in the middle of this transportation problem. Actually, we should get this situation at the last allocation of transportation problem. But here in the middle of the allocation itself, we have got supply and demand same. Therefore, we will allocate supply 300 and demand 300 at a time to this cell 25. Therefore, supply will become 0 and demand also will become 0. Demand also will become 0. Therefore, we have got supply 0 in second row. Therefore, we strike off second row. And we have got demand 0 in the third row. Therefore, we strike off third column. Right? Therefore, we have struck off third column and second row. Right? Now the leftover cost matrix is only one, that is 45. Corresponding to this 45, the supply is 200 and demand is also 300, right? 200 and 200. See here, supply is 200 and demand is also 200, corresponding to this 45. Therefore, we allocate, this is the last allocation for which supply and demand are same. Therefore, we allocate 200 at a time, right? And put it in a box. Now, we strike off 200 demand, it becomes 0. And we strike off 200 supply, it is also 0. And now we strike off column as column demand is made 0. And we strike off row as row supply is also made 0. And now if we observe every row and column, every supply is 0, is made 0 by allocating. And we have made all demands 0 by allocating all demands, right? So now all demands are being satisfied by these supplies. That means all the demands which are at the destinations are being supplied by the required supplies with respect to origins, right? Therefore, now we can go for finding the initial basic feasible solution. Now we start allocating. This procedure is finished. The process of allocating is finished in the above table. Now let us find out the number, that is m plus n minus 1. That is number of rows. First row, second row, third row, right? Is 3. And number of columns. First column, second column, third column and fourth column. That is n is equal to 4. Therefore, m plus n minus 1. That is 3 plus 4 minus 1. 3 plus 4 means 7. Minus 1 is equal to 6. 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. And now let us count the number of allocations, right? First allocation 100, second allocation is 100, third allocation is 300, fourth allocation is 300 and fifth allocation is 200, right? So the number of allocations are 5. The number of allocations are 5. Now see here, count the allocations once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 allocations are there. Now the number of allocations are lesser than m plus n minus 1. The number of allocations are lesser than m plus n minus 1, right? If the number of allocations are lesser than m plus n minus 1, the initial basic feasible solution is degenerate. The initial basic feasible solution is degenerate. So we did not fill up this blank, as the initial basic feasible solution is degenerate as the number of allocations are lesser than m plus n minus 1. See here, Let us see less than m plus n minus 1 allocation. Therefore, the initial basic feasible solution is degenerate. Right? Now, the allocations. Now we have to write the allocations which are as follows. Right? The allocations are, see here, first row, third column. Now let us start writing from here. X13. X13 is equal to 100. X13 is equal to 100. Next allocation. Next allocation, right? X14. X14 is also equal to 100. X14 is also equal to 100, right? Next, X23, the third allocation, X23. X23 is equal to 300. X23 is equal to 300. Next, X31. See here, third row, first column cell, comma, X31 is also equal to 300. X31 is also equal to 300. And the last allocation is X32 is 200. X32 is equal to 200. X32 is equal to 200, right? Now, see the allocations. X13 is equal to 100. X14 is equal to 100, right? X23 is equal to 300. X31 is equal to 300. And X32 is equal to 200, right? So on the whole, we have got 5 allocations, right? 5 allocations now. Now let us find out the transportation cost. Now, the condition for finding the total transportation cost is summation of Cij Xij, right? So the cost 5 into 100, the first cost into allocation 5 into 100, right? 5 into 100, right? Next, plus 5 into 100 plus 0 into 100 is 0. 0 into 100. 0 into 100, right? Plus 0 into 100 plus again 25 into 300. 25 into 300. 25 into 300 plus next cost into allocation 20 into 300. 20 into 300, right? Plus, and the last product is 45 into 200. 45 into 200. 45 into 200, right? Now, let us find out the product. 5 into 100 is 500. 5 into 100 is 500, right? Next, plus, next, again, 0 into 100 is 0, plus 25 into 300, 25 3 is 75. 75 followed by 2 zeros. 75 followed by 2 zeros. Next, 20 into 300, 2 3 6. 6 followed by 3 zeros. 6 followed by 3 zeros plus 25 into 200 is 25 2s 90, right? Followed by 2 zeros, 9,000, right? Now, if we add all these, so 500 plus 500, 7,500 it is. 7,500, right? Now, if we add 7,500 plus 500, we get 8,000. 8,000 plus 6,000 plus 9,000, right? On the whole, we get 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 plus 8 is 23. So the total transportation cost is equal to 23,000, right? So it is the total transportation cost is solved, and the total transportation cost is 23,000. Therefore, the transportation problem is solved by matrix minima method. Now, it is the first problem which is being solved that is which is unbalanced with respect to demands. With respect to demands, see here we have included a dummy demand, that is D4 column with 100 demand with all unit costs as zeros. And now let us see the next unbalanced problem, which is unbalanced regarding supplies. So this problem is being finished. Now let us move on to the next problem, right? That is model 2 problem in unbalanced problem, right? Now see here, it is unbalanced transportation problem. Now it is given as question, solve the transportation problem. So if we observe clearly and thoroughly, the sum of supplies 800 plus 500 plus 900, it is 2200. That is summation AI is equal to 2200, right? Now sum of requirements. Let us see the sum of requirements, right? The sum of requirements is equal to summation Bj is equal to 400 plus 400 plus 500 plus 400 plus 800. See, if we add all these supplies, we get 2500. Therefore, 2200 is not equal to 2500. Therefore, we have written it as sum of availability is not equal to sum of requirements. Therefore, given transporting problem is unbalanced. So, if we see clearly the availability is 300 lesser than the supply. That is, the availability is 300 lesser than the requirement. Requirement is demand, right? Availability is supply. Now, therefore, the availability is 300 less. Therefore, we should introduce a new row, that is S4, a dummy row S4 with all unit cost zeros. See here I am indicating. Here I have indicated all the zeros as unit cost with dummy S4 row with 300 availability or supply. Now we introduce a dummy origin or row S4 with all unit cost zeros with supply 300 in S4 row, right? In S4 row. That is what we have done. And now let us see whether the given transporting problem is balanced. In above TP, that is in transporting problem, sum of availability is equal to summation AI is equal to 2500. And in above TP, sum of requirements is equal to summation Bj is equal to 2500. Therefore, sum of availability is equal to sum of requirements is equal to 2500. Therefore, the given transportation problem is made balanced. Now we start allocating. By matrix minima method. Why? Because now we are in that method. So now in the first cost cell, that is in S5, the availability is 800. Sorry. It is matrix minima method. It is matrix minima method. So for this matrix minima method, we have to search for the least cost cell. That is in this cost cell, that is in 58663, 47766, 84663 and 00000. The least cost is 0 and we find 5 zeros here. We can select any 0. That means I select this first 0. Now for this cell, I allocate the least amount, that is demand or supply. So if we observe 300 is supply and 400 is demand, therefore we allocate 300 to this least cost cell. Now after allocating, put that allocation in a box and make 300 0, and now make 400 minus 300 is 100, right? And now we made the supply or availability as 0. That is, we should strike off row. Now In leftover cost matrix 58663, 47766, 84663, the least cost cell is 3. That is, we find 2 3s here. Now let us select the above 3, this 3. So corresponding to this 3, the demand is 800 and supply is also 800. Therefore, we allocate 800 at a time. Therefore, we allocate 800 at a time, as supply is 800 and demand is also 800. Therefore, we strike off supply row and demand column, as both are made zeros, right? And now in the leftover cost matrix cell 4776, 8466, the least cost is 4, and we find 2 4s here in this S2 block and in this S3 D2 block. That means we select this 4. I select this 4, and corresponding to this 4, the demand is 100 and the supply is 500. The least value is 100. Therefore, we allocate 100 to this least cost cell. Right now, after allocating, put this allocation in box and make this demand 0 and strike off 100 from 500. We'll be left with 400. We'll be left with 400. Now we have made the demand 0. That is, column demand is made 0. Therefore, we strike off column. And now in this leftover cost matrix cell 776, 466, the least cost is 4, and corresponding to this 4, the least value is demand 400 and the supply is 900. Therefore, least value is 400. Therefore, make 400 0 and allocate 400 to this least cost cell 4, right? And put it in a box and take out this 400 from 900. We'll be left with 500. We'll be left with 500. Now, the demand is made 0. Therefore, strike off column. Therefore, strike off column. And now in leftover cost matrix cell, that is 7666, the least cost is 6, and we find 3 6s here. Mood 6. Therefore, I select this 6. So to this 6, the demand is 500 and the supply is also 500. Therefore, allocate both demand and supply at a time. Why? Because both are same. And make both values 0. Allocation is done by putting it in a box. Now demand is made 0 and supply is also made 0. Now I strike off column and I strike off row. And I now strike off row. And now in the least cost, leftover cost is 6. It is only leftover cost and there is no comparison with other costs. Therefore, to this cost cell, the corresponding demand is 400 and supply is 400. Therefore, it is the last allocation which is to be done. So as both are demand and supply are same, therefore the allocations which we have made are very much perfect. So I allocate availability and supply at a time. So I make 400 0 regarding row and 400 0 regarding column. And now I strike off column and now I strike off row. Right? Now the process of allocating is finished. Now see here, start allocating. This process is being finished. Now let us find out number of allocations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? We have got number of allocations as 6. I am writing 6 here. And now let us find out the number, that is m plus n minus 1. M plus n minus 1. That is number of rows. Small m is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. 4 rows, right? And the number of columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 columns are there, right? 5 columns. Now, so 4 plus 5 minus 1. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. Is equal to 8, right? Therefore, number of allocations is lesser than m plus n minus 1. As the number of allocations are 6 and the value m plus n minus 1 is 8. And the value m plus n minus 1 is 8, right? So, therefore, the 5 is less than 8. Therefore, number of allocations lesser than m plus n minus 1. Therefore, IBFS is non-degenerate. The IBFS is non-degenerate. The IBFS is non-degenerate. Now, let us proceed to write the allocations. Let us proceed to write the allocations. Right. The first row, fifth column cell, the allocation is X15. X15 is equal to X15 is equal to 800. Now, X15 allocation is 800. Right now. And now let us write the second allocation. That is X21. X21 is equal to X21 is equal to 100. X21 is equal to 100. Right. It is the second allocation. And now third allocation. It is 24. X24 is equal to X24 is equal to 400. X24 is equal to 400. Right. Next, it is the third allocation. Now, let us go for fourth allocation. X32. X32 is equal to X32 is equal to 400. X32 is equal to 400. X32 is equal to 400. Right. Next, after X32, this X33. X33 is equal to 500. X33 is equal to 500. And now let us write the last allocation. See here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. The last allocation is X41. X41 is equal to X41 is equal to 300. Right. X41 is equal to 300. Right. Now all the allocations are written here. X15 is equal to 800. X21 is equal to 100. X24 is equal to 400. X32 is equal to 400. X33 is equal to 500. X41 is equal to 300. Right. So all the allocations are being written here. Now we should write out the total transportation cost. Now we have to write out the total transportation cost. Now, so if we write the total transportation cost, then our solvation will be finished. Now, the condition for total transportation cost is summation of Cij Xij. Summation of Cij Xij. The sum of all products of cost and allocations. Right. The first cost and allocation 3 into 800. Right. 3 into 800. Right. 3 into 800. Now plus now next 4 into 100. 4 into cost into allocation. 4 into 100. Right. Next plus next 6 into 400. 6 into right 6 into 400. Right. 6 into 400. Right. Plus next 4 into 400. 4 into 400. Right. Now next product of cost and allocation. 4 into 400 is 6 into 500. 6 into 500. Right. Next plus the last product of cost and 0 into 300. 0 into 300 is 0. Now 8 3 is 24. 24,000. 24,000. Right. 8 3 is 24,000 plus 4 into 100 is 400 plus right plus 6 into 400. 6 4s 2400. 2400 plus 4 into 400 is 4 4 1600 plus right plus 6 5 is 30. 30 followed by 2 zeros plus 0 is equal to. Now let us find out the transportation cost. 24,000 plus 400. 24,000 plus 400. Now, let us find out 24,000 plus 400 plus 2,400 plus 1,600 plus 3,000 plus 0 is equal to 31,400 is equal to 31,400, right? So it is the total transportation cost. And see here, all the supplies are made zeros and all the demands are made zeros. We have to check once again. And see here, as per the row allocations, we have to see the sum of all allocations regarding rows. 800 and the supplies satisfied. 100 allocation plus 400 allocation is 500. It is satisfied. And next third row, 400 allocation plus 500. It is 900 supply. It is satisfied. Next 300 is the allocation in fourth row. So 300 is supply. It is also satisfied. And let us go for column sum allocations. Right? 100 plus 300 is 400. It is satisfied. 400 allocation. It is satisfied. Why? Because 400 is demand. 500 is allocation and 500 is demand. It is satisfied. 400 is allocated in fourth column. So 400 is demand. It is also satisfied. 800 is allocation. Therefore, 800 is demand. It is also satisfied. Therefore, initial basic solution is obtained. So it is the procedure of solving the given unbalanced transportation problem using matrix minima method. Right? When there is a deficiency in the supplies. When there is a deficiency in supplies. So observe carefully and understand well. Now, still 2.5 minutes is left. I will explain once again. You better understand well, right? ఒక్కసారి మరి allocate చేసి చూపిస్తాను చూడండి. సో ఇదే ఇంకా అలొకేషన్. ఇది బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ ప్రాబ్లం. ఇది బ్యాలెన్స్ మనమే చేసినాము. టోటల్ కాస్ట్ సెల్లో జీరో కాస్ట్ ఏది? ఈ జీరోస్ ఉన్నాయి, రైట్? కాబట్టి లీస్ట్ కాస్ట్ ఇదే. సో ఎన్ని జీరోస్ ఉన్నాయి? 1 2 3 4 5. మీ ఇష్టం, ఏ జీరో అన్నా తీసుకోవచ్చు. నేను అప్పుడు ఈ జీరో తీసుకున్నాను, ఇప్పుడు ఈ జీరో తీసుకుంటాను. సో ఫర్ దిస్ జీరో డిమాండ్ ఈస్ 400 and supply is 300, right? The least value is 300. The least value is 300. Now allocate 300, right? Now allocation means put that 300 in a box. Now strike off 300, make that supply 0 and strike off this demand. 400 minus 300 is 100. Now we have made this supply 0. Therefore strike off row, right? అంతే. ఇది ఒక అలొకేషన్ అయిపోయినట్లు. కాబట్టి ఈ విధముగా మనం అలొకేషన్ చేస్తాము. ఇంకా ఈ రోజుకి నేను స్టాప్ చేస్తా. వై? బికాస్ కరెక్ట్ 1.5 minute ఉంది. పెద్ద హ్యాపీయెస్ట్ థింగ్ ఏమంటే ఈ రోజు మీరు 13 మెంబర్స్ వచ్చినారు. 13 అంటే ఇంక్లూడింగ్ మీ 13, మీరు 12 మెంబర్స్ వచ్చినారు, రైట్? మీకు తెలుసు కదా, ఒక ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇచ్చినారు మేనేజ్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు, అంటే నథింగ్ బట్ లెక్చరర్స్. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు సబ్మిట్ యువర్ రైట్ ఫస్ట్ ఇంటర్నల్ హార్డ్ కాపీస్, దట్ ఈస్ ఆన్సర్ స్క్రిప్ట్స్, టు మీ in building 3, 4th floor between 12 to 1 on Monday. Don't forget. So 2,400, 24,000. ఓకే, సరే. చిన్న మిస్టేక్స్ ఉంటాయి, మీరు అడ్జస్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. Now I will stop the meeting today.